while ago you mentioned it might take a moment or it might take 2 lives or 3 lives to get enlightened. And when you get enlightened, you feel what joy is. So
you don't feel what joy is. The one who used to feel.
So here we are
Is
discussing
no
all
longer
negative
there.
aspects of life. So
Please understand this. Enlightenment does not mean your transformation into some other state. Enlightenment means your complete dissolution. You feel. The enlightened one doesn't feel. The feeling apparatus itself is the suffering. If you're still feeling, then where is the question of enlightenment?
no, I was watching a video, and in that a way of doing yoga is kind of saying, I am not this body and mind. Even if you say it, you will not realize that you are actually not this body or not this mind.
Yes.
So
You can keep repeating something that only dumbs you down.
right. So what is the way? So you can stop the chatter of your mind, and what are the right ways of doing it, and how you can experience more joy in
Do
life.
not interfere with the chatter. That is the way.
So if you do not interfere,
Two people are chatting. Is it your chatter? But the moment you go and interfere and tell them please don't chatter, now how many people are chatting?
No, that is a difficult moment. We try not to enter into that chat, but anyhow, you start participating in that.
Why?
I don't know, but we cannot stop that. So what is a way to keep
You are,
yourself as a
then
watcher?
you are surely interested in that, right?
Maybe I am interested. So
Then continue chatting with
how
them.
to lose that interest?
Why do you want to lose the interest? There must be some pleasure in that interest. Continue with it. Either realize that you are not interested or continue chatting. You can't have both. On one hand, you want to derive the pleasure of the gossip. On the other hand, you also want to have spiritual awakening. First decide what is it that you honestly want. Are you interested in the gossip of those two guys? If you are, then join them. There must be something nice there. Certain titillation, you must be getting something out of it. And if you think it's worthless, then drop them. Why go close to them? Let them chat whatever they want to chat. Let the mind do whatever it wants to do. Why bother? But do you know what we want? We want to act like the sanctimonious priest. I will listen to what these two are saying, and I will draw that hidden pleasure from realizing what they are saying. You guys, you can come and confess in front of me. And I'll act as if I have nothing to do with your confession. I'm just listening. If you really have nothing to do with them, stay away. There are better things to do. Let the mind be occupied in better pursuits. What I can guarantee you is, you cannot force those two to stop. The mind is fragmented and it cannot be forced to shut down. There are n fragments and they keep interacting with each other. They are in strife with each other. They are attached to each other. They are in conflict with each other. They will continue with their business. It's an age-old business. You cannot just go and put brakes on it. The age-old business of the mind will continue. If you think it is not interesting, then stay away. Can you ask your body not to feel hungry? Tell me, can you? Can I ask my forehead not to sweat? But if I'm not interested in the sweating, then I'll continue my discussion and let it sweat, and occasionally I may wipe off the sweat. That's all. This is it. No sweat will be there. You have accumulated it over a very long period of evolution. The gossiping, the chattering, the disease, are all your carryovers. They will be there.
Sometimes I have seen people are taking right way of suicide. They want to elevate themselves on the spiritual path. But when they realize they are not getting success on that path, so they get miserable sometimes, even on that path, even on the spiritual path. So does this happen? Is this normal?
Yes, because just by naming something as spiritual, it doesn't become spiritual. You may call it the spiritual path, yet it can be something totally different. So many things are being touted as spiritual these days. There is nothing spiritual about them. So many shops are selling spirituality. Is there anything spiritual about what they are doing or selling? So many people are talking all kinds of things in the name of spirituality.
It's in fact another industry, like steel industry.
Yes, it is.
They should call it spiritual industry.
It is.
SI.
So till now too, that this is it that I was carrying in my head was just another definition of the mind.
And those buggers, by the way, I mean, this is what I think. They chat more when they think that somebody is listening to them. I've seen.
That's what with gossip mongers, right? When they know that there is a willing ear, then their tongues wag all the more. If there is nobody who is paying any kind of attention to you, then you have
And
no reason to.
even when you feel that you are not this body or mind, then who you are actually. So you
It is not a feeling that you are not this body or mind. You are the body, please understand, this is a feeling. But you are not the body is not a feeling.
Okay, I am not the body, I am not the mind. Who I am then?
It's not just a question of verbal expression. That I am not the body, I am not the mind. It is a way of living. And in that way of living, it is not a statement, it is not a verbalization. It is in the breath, it is in the way you sit, look, eat, decide, think, relate. It is not a question of somebody having said that you are the great Atman and then you can attach Atman to your surname.
Right.
There are many of these guys, they would attach Anand to their surname. Have you not seen? Anybody who wants to proclaim that he is spiritually advanced, he starts attaching Anand to his name. So Prashantanand, some Anand. Does that mean that there is any Anand there? It is only a word, right? Anand, for them. So even if you are given the word Atman, that you are the indivisible Atman, the ineffable Atman, yet how does it help you? Does it transform your life? What is the point? I have to start with saying that I am the body, because that is what is real for the ego that I take myself to be. I am the body, not that I am not the body. I am the body, and that is the statement that I must utter in all honesty. Who am I?
The body.
Even as I am talking to you, I have to look towards your,
Body.
and you will feel awkward if I look this direction and talk to you, because you take yourself to be the. Think of this. I look in this direction and I speak to you. You can very well hear what I am saying, but still you will feel uneasy. Why? Because you identify yourself so much with the body that you expect to be looked at when somebody is speaking to you. In fact, even right now, the assumption will be that one body is talking to another body. So I have to start with admitting that I am the body. And I have to then start investigating and admitting what are the implications and consequences of taking myself to the body? Whether it really stands the test of honest inquiry, rigorous inquiry. Do not just assume in a grand spiritual statement, I am not the body. This is just a toy somebody has thrown at you. I am not the body. No, entertain yourself. This entertainment doesn't take you too far. Start by saying, I am the body. I am always the body. And I am my thoughts, I am my identities, I am everything that is contained in this brain. And then see what is happening. Moment by moment, see what is happening. Observe your life. Observe the world. Then see what is this doing. Verify the factualness of the assumption. Then maybe you will come to something else.
And even if, because what Sir is saying is indeed relevant in the way that even if there was some hope in these statements, the way they have been popularized, the way they have been touted, the kind of forms that they have taken in the popular culture, and with the help of the spiritual industry and the spiritualists. I mean, because one often encounters these Facebook and WhatsApp statuses where Akash Chaudhary or Satish Chaurasia are saying I am that, right? And then it becomes a part of the cult, right? You wear Buddha's t-shirts, right? You get what I'm trying to say. And then even if there was some hope in these mantras, even if when Hindutva people say that Om is ours, right? And La ilaha illallah, right? Islam takes up. Even if there was some hope in these words, in these statements, in these objects, right? And they were methods, they were technologies. They were given to people and who could not literally go deep down. And so they were methods, technologies. And and that is why, one at this point of time requires a modern guru who gives you fresh new methods, because they all have been literally, taken up. They all have been appropriated. What do you think, right? Because you do require fresh methods, don't you? Because the question that he's putting forth is the question that we all...
See, every method involves going deep into consciousness. Old, new, any method. When you go deep into consciousness, you discover that which is, and it is anyway new. So the method might be old, but if it is honestly implemented, it is new. If the old methods are failing, it is not because they are old, but because there is no honesty in their implementation. That way, even the new methods will fail.
Right. No, at least with the newer methods, since they are less corrupted, the possibility of the individual succeeding upon them.
No, the ego will and can co-opt anything. If the old can be co-opted, the new can be co-opted.
We were just talking about Sri Raman Maharshi and the statement Koham, who am I? One often encounters that repeating these statements, since they have become part of such a cult, right? When you repeat them, you don't really feel anything. There is nothing that runs down. However, some other statement, some other question can do that magic for you.
They may help or they may not help. At some point in the sadhana, it may be very useful to repeat something. At other point, it may not be so helpful. So, more important than the question of whether or not to chant Koham is the question of who is it that is deciding. Let the decision maker be pure, then the right decision will come. One cannot just dismiss all the old methods. Neither can one stick to tradition.
So, I was watching a video of Osho in which he was mentioning there are around 114 ways of getting the enlightenment or meditation. So, every person is unique. I do not know this method will work for me or that method will work for her or that method will work for her. So, how to identify the correct method which can suit you out of these 114?
How did you identify the right question to ask me? This that you are employing right now is a method of meditation. What brought you to this method? How did you identify this question to ask? There are not only 114, there are 114 billion methods of meditation. Knowing the right method, all methods are external, all methods are in space-time. Knowing the right method is a function of meditativeness. Not only is every person unique, every movement for a person is unique and every person is changing every movement. So uniqueness lies in every movement, not even in the body form that you call as the person.
Okay.
You are changing every movement. Every movement you are different. So every movement you require a different method. Who will decide that different method? Meditativeness comes first. And from meditativeness comes the right method of meditation. It is not the other way around. It is not that the method of meditation will take you to meditativeness. Meditativeness comes first. Be meditative. And for that there is no method. So methodlessly be meditative, and then your meditativeness will suggest to you the right method of meditation. Meditativeness has a way of its own continuation. It will tell you the right thing to do. Then anything that you do will be a method of meditation.
So meditativeness is something keeping away yourself, what your mind is doing, your body is doing, and keep just watching. So this is you call
Meditativeness is basic inner honesty.
Honesty.
Basic inner honesty. Nothing great, nothing effortful. Nothing where you have to really apply yourself. Basic inner honesty. I'm looking at you. If you are there, I say you are there. If you are not there, then I say you are not there. This is honesty. But if you are not there and I say you are there, then that is dishonesty. That is what I mean by meditativeness. Seeing the true for the true and the false for the false. If it is there, say it is there. If love is there, admit that there is love. And if there is no love, why pretend that there is love? And don't we do that? Don't we carry on with all this facade in our lives where there is no joy? We act as if we are deriving sublime bliss. Don't do that. Don't lie to yourself. That is meditativeness. See the false as false. That is meditativeness.